Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the halfway point of the NFL. Seems like it was yesterday, but you know what a lousy day yesterday was? Because goddamn, man, these Miami Dolphins got me drinking.
What you
I
want?
got my co-host from the Happy Hour and Larry Lucci G and Shake, but notably from the Happy Hour, my brother Color and my co-host, obviously from Insomnia Crypto. Listen, we're gonna do some pick'ems. We get to talk to Anthony Piolucci a little bit and get to know him a little bit. So sit back, relax, and we'll be right back. Yo, that was as always, man. That's a dope intro.
Yes,
By the way,
sir.
it's here at 3 in the morning when we're airing this live after the Jets and a Houston game. So, Anthony Piolucci, what's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Good to be here. Glad to be here. That is a really fancy intro you got.
Yeah. Thanks to HB,
Yeah, I
man.
like that.
HB always hooks
Appreciate
it up.
it, Lucci.
Hey, you did that currency? You made that up? You edited that and all that?
No, that's HB. He's
Oh,
the guy who
HB.
he's a producer of the
Oh,
Fins
okay.
Tailgate.
Yeah, he does good work. That's
As a
nice.
matter of fact, you know, the intro, the in the blender intro,
Uh-huh.
he made the video for that. He did the
He did
video
that
for
one
that.
too.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
nice.
And for those of you that want to check him out and more of his work, he does utilize his YouTube channel for uploads and also just kind of, a little portfolio going on. That would be Zippa Media, Zippa Media on YouTube. That's his channel. So you
Let
can
me write
kind of
that
check him out as he's working on a lot of our stuff sometimes. Get a little sneak
Zippa
previews of what he's working on.
Zippa Media.
Yep, and he'll show up in chat sometimes as Zippa Media as well. We call him HB, but
HB in the back.
yeah, Zippa's his YouTube name.
Yeah, I'll check him out. That's good work.
Zipper.
So you own Lucci's Landscaping, correct?
Correct.
With
Lucci's
all the
Landscaping.
landscaping, I tell you what I used to do back when I was working at Barry University. I used to be on the grounds crew when I first started, and then on weekends, me and my buddy would smoke grass and then cut grass. But that was I ain't gonna lie, man. God rest his soul. Roderick, and what's crazy is the three guys I used to cut grass with on the side are no longer with me. But yeah, man, one of my fondest memories, man, is going waking up at Saturday at 7:00 about 6:00 in the morning, man. Mike, I remember his name was Mike Turner. I remember him pulling up to the house, man, with a joint and a Budweiser, and we crack one open, smoke one before we get to the front. Man, we kick ass, man.
You'd have a safety meeting like that. Huh? That's a safety meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so with all that said, I know you don't do none of that. That was my dumb ass. But
I'm retired now. Yeah, well now I'm 43
yeah.
years
So
old.
what made you get into the landscaping business?
Okay, so if we're being completely honest, right? There's only two kinds of people, really three, that get into landscaping. And there could be like a fourth, but it's a very rare fourth. Either A, you're young and just like you were, in school, and you're just looking for some money, because you, compared to what you'd make if you were at a fast food joint or something, you make a little bit more money out there doing labor.
Listen, if you hustled, right, and you knew how to cut grass, you could get like 4 or 5 yards in a day, man. And that's like what the yard would be at the time was $30. You split that 3 ways, that's you could make like $50 at $30-$40.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Back then was nice. At 34, was nice.
Yeah, back then. That was back in 2001. Now that's chump change.
Yeah,
I'm just saying back then that shit went far.
Right. Bless you. And cash in your pocket at the end of the day, that's always nice. But just real, like, so I don't cut grass. I actually landscape like the landscape design, and we plant trees, create beds, like, we'll remove the sod, actually cut out the grass to create a bed, put in the border. If you want river rock mulch, whatever the case is, we plant the plants. We do the whole 9, irrigation installs, things like that. Very few. There's a few. If I put in the sod for somebody's entire yard, say they want all new sod, I might cut their grass for them for like the first month. Well, actually, you don't cut it the first month, but the month after, I'll just make sure everything takes the way it's supposed to, just as a insurance policy that it takes, because normally that's a pretty expensive job. But other than that, we don't cut grass. Giovanni has a few accounts that he's picked up along the way, but they pay him like a prince to do it. But yeah, so, young kids who don't know any better yet, and because we're here in Florida, man, it's hot outside. It's hard work. So you got that. Then you got the felons who, sometimes it's harder to find it. Now they're lessening that, where you could get jobs being a felon. But, back in my time, it was limited. And again, if you're not working in, a restaurant, or there wasn't many jobs except labor jobs, And then, you got addicts. That's just the unfortunate truth. People that are addicts or recovering addicts, they do it. So it's because it's hard work, man. You're out there in the heat.
Well, man,
9-10 hours a day, and it's heavy lifting, and you're doing. Nobody's just picking this to do it, just to do it.
Yeah. My man, Angel, this dude, he made a fortune, right? He did really good at it. They called him the machine. The guy would cut grass all day. Do like 3-4 yards after work, and on Saturday cut grass, and on his day off he'd landscape. He cut his own yard. That was on his day off.
Yeah.
And the guy was like 47, had 3 heart attacks. He was both. He was a felon and he was an addict. But the guy was a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't, no scumbag or nothing like that. I could trust him.
No, and that's not to say that, people that, pardon me, let me the dog, then give me 1 second. But yeah, that's not to say that, it's just that it's demanding work, it's hard work. So
yeah, it is.
That's why the very rare one that I was saying is somebody who has, who has money, and has the money to buy the equipment to start the business, and is just looking for another business venture. But I'll tell you, those guys, it's even a rarer amount that get out there and do it themselves. They'll front the business and then pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah,
and then you got some guys
they'll set up the meats and stuff like that.
Yeah, then you got your retired guys. These guys will do like lawn maintenance, which is more of what you're talking about. That retire from the police force or whatever, have a pension or firefighter or just any type of job they've worked their whole life, and now they're catching a pension, and then they'll cut 20 yards a week just for some extra money. They have it. People like that. I fall under the felon. I made some bad decisions growing up. I grew up in foster care and stuff. And then I ended up, having to do some time a few times because I got into the cocaine cowboy business, and that landed me, great money in that too. But, unfortunately, you spend it all on attorneys and commissary, and it's just a terrible choices. So
quite a bit of overhead involved with that one. Huh?
There was a lot, and so to make a long story short is, I got out the last time and I officially said, I'm going to retire. And I have a friend of mine here. He has a landscape business, keep it pristine. And he's been in business. At first, he had lawn maintenance first under the same name, but then he saw the money was really in doing landscape. So he had his lawn maintenance for probably about 10 years, and then he switched over to landscape. He's had that for about 15. So he's been in business like 25 years. So I got a job with him, and, my work ethic, I'm a worker, hard work. Before no time, I was running his business, not in the sense running the whole, but as far as in the field, I did all the work on the Bobcat, the stump grinder. Like I learned all the machines, and on top of that, just working period, on the ground, because you get guys, they don't want to work. They say they want to work, they get out there, they get tired, they're having heat strokes. So I'm having to do this work and then do their work, and
trust me,
some of them steal my rosemary plant.
I'm telling you, all kinds of weird stuff. Color.
What's funny is. And this may be crazy, but when I used to smoke grass back in the day, right? And when I used to smoke a joint.
Yeah, now we smoke a flower shake with
grass, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, when I was smoking on the hippie lettuce at work, the hotter it got, the more energy I got. When I was stoned, the hotter it was, the stronger I was. It's like I was like a different person, bro. When I was stoned, and bro, I was like a man on a mission. I was I could freaking
I'm one focus, helps you put that heat out of your mind. I know
what it is. You're high and you're not paying attention to being high. Your mind somewhere else.
Dude, that's why I had to stop, because when I smoke now, unless I'm mowing lawn or doing something, I can't sit still and smoke grass anymore. I got to be doing something productive. I can't do it anymore.
We got to sounds like we got to put Shake on the indica strain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. in the couch.
So but anyway, let's well, I'm gonna ask you a few more questions, but before we do, man, let's get to some of these games. And right now in progress, we got the Texans taking on the Jets. That's it's 11 minutes and 55 seconds in the second quarter, and it's still nothing.
Really quick, Shake, game note on that. The Jets were going in to score, and their guy went to go take the ball out to celebrate, and he lost control of it right before the goal line. So that infamous rule, when you fumble out the back of the end zone and it turns into a touchback for the other team, yep, that's going to rear its ugly head this week, man. So get ready for that debate.
Oh man. So
what's crazy about this game? Because obviously I picked the Houston, but before I was debating, and Shake, you heard me say this is going to be the week the Jets win. I really feel like the Jets are going to win, but like I said, it just cost me the $5,000 last week, so I refuse to pick them. I won't pick them no more the rest of this
Me
year.
neither. I'm going to be like you, Crypto, with the Denver Broncos last year.
Yeah, screw the New York Jets. That's my most hated team.
Right.
I'm kicking myself all week. I've been kicking myself.
Don't
in the
pick
ass.
them until they start winning again.
I'm telling you, bro. It's like, man. But anyway,
They killed me for 3-4 weeks.
So yeah, I got the Jets, man.
you picked the Jets.
Yeah, you got Crypto. Who you got? What say you?
Houston.
Houston. All right.
Yeah.
So we're all tied at Houston.
All tied.
Houston. We have a problem. All right. Of
That
course.
would be interesting.
Hey,
They did say they were going to run the table. I think one of the Jets players said they're going to win all of their remaining games.
We got man. Listen, we got the first WBY Energy game of the week, man. Listen. Now that I smoke, now that I have to mow my own lawn, right? During summer times, man. Look, I get the WBY Energy drink. You get an 8-ounce glass of cold water with some ice. Put it 1 scoop of this thing. Just stir it in your drink like Country Time lemonade. Callio cream is my favorite. You drink that. You're essentially drinking water, man. And I tell you what, it doesn't give me jitters. It just gives me focus, and I'm able to cut my grass. And and sometimes I do it to play video games. Certain video games I like to play. So if you're a gamer or you trying to get a little edge, hit W. So with that being said, man, the W game of the week is the 5-3 Broncos taking on the 5-3 Ravens. I'll tell you what, man. Baltimore is given 8 points, 46.5 total. So
they cover.
Yeah. So I mean,
let me give you a couple little bits of info before you make your decisions. Lamar Jackson did sit out of practice today with back and leg injuries. They said probably just soreness, but had to let you all know that before you make your pick.
Being that's at home, and then
and
they just
they did just acquire Deontay Johnson.
Yeah. Being that Bo Nix is a young quarterback and John Harbaugh, as much as I call him a douchebag, he is a great coach, and I respect his. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Crypto, what say you?
They bounce back from a terrible division loss and get back to the winning ways. I think Harbaugh's too good of a coach to let them slide. They got to keep up with the Steelers. You heard me, Shake?
Yeah. So you got the Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens.
And then Lucci?
Yeah, easy Ravens. I don't care if Lamar don't play. If they had Tim Boyle,
they probably would be able to win with Derrick Henry alone,
or Anthony,
getting 40 touches.
Tyler Huntley.
It's yeah, for real.
Even if they had Huntley.
It's a rookie quarterback, man. John Harbaugh's a veteran.
I think Hamilton's going to get 2 picks in this game.
So it's not like it's not like Bo Nix is a phenomenal rookie like this kid over there in Washington.
Right.
Easy work for Baltimore.
So consensus again on that one. All right.
Yeah. All right. So now we have the LA Chargers taking on the 4-3 LA Chargers taking on the 2-6 Browns. LA Chargers given 1.5. They're giving a whole 1.5, not even 2, just 1.5.
Pick 'em game.
Yeah. The total is 41.5. Cleveland. Look at this. You know how some are like Miami is plus 250. Denver is plus 320. Cleveland is even.
I mean,
even.
Guys.
Yeah.
Just to put my 2 cents in, Jameis Winston. He don't just go when he starts off good. He don't just stop for a while.
No,
it's gonna be a minute before he starts, dropping off again.
Yeah.
And so that 41 total looks real tempting to take the over on for me, man.
And by the way, man,
Jameis can smash through that over.
Me and Lucci were on the bandwagon we should have got Jameis Winston, but
Oh yeah. I mean, even despite what you might think about him, he usually starts off and strings
good.
together a
Let's
few
just say
games
no.
before he slacks off.
Hey, by the way, Color, hey, listen, I could admit this now.
They'll
When I
slow
was,
the game
you know,
down.
being that you're,
Harbaugh
you know,
slow the game down.
being that, you know, you're a Cane and I'm a Gator, we couldn't wait for him to get the hell out of FSU because he was giving me nightmares.
Yeah, he was lighting it up in college. I mean, he did earn his spot in the NFL. You know, that's for sure.
You know, he was throwing picks in college too.
Well, you know, but he's kind of like Nick Foles, man. He's a little flaky in real life. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think he has probably a bit of a leadership problem. But again, he can string together a few games, and usually when he starts off winning, he'll go with a few games where he just starts lighting it up. So I think that 41 for an over-under is a little, my opinion, is a little low. I'd take the over on the.
But you know what's funny 41. Is when it put, look, it's when I'm looking at it on the ESPN app, right? It says CLE even Cleveland. Spells nice. Like they looks like they misspelled Cleveland, but it's Cleveland.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
And again, he's every bit as likely to do nothing with the offense all day, and whichever team wins 15-10.
He'll
so don't take my word for it.
They'll bog down the game.
I got bad luck.
I think Harbaugh slows it down.
I got to put that disclaimer out there. I got bad luck.
Mm-hmm. So, no, I'll tell you what. I think they got to a hot start, but no, Lucci, I'll let you get picked first. I already got my answer.
I take LA right there.
Yeah.
You know, I like Jameis Winston, and to piggyback off of what Color was saying, that's why I wanted him in Miami, because he starts off hot. It takes a couple of games for him to cool down. Well, we just need him. Tua's hurt. We just need him to come in when Tua's hurt. You know, he comes in, he amps the team up. Oh, if he'd have been there when Tua was gone, we wouldn't be in the position we're in right now. That's how I feel personally. Amen. And then if you give him the talent that we got in the run game, and he's a leader. He gets people hyped, man. He has a quirky way of doing it. You know, he's kind of goofy, but I don't think he's serious about it, though. You know what I mean? He's lighthearted, and it fits with what we got. But anyways, the Chargers. God bless. I want to see my guy win. I like Jameis Winston, but I think, like you said, Harbaugh. Here we are with the Harbaugh.
Another Harbaugh effect. Huh?
Yeah. I really think it's too much. But I agree 100%. 21 is, I'd take the over on that all day.
Yeah, so the Harbaugh brothers are going to win this weekend.
Yeah, they win this weekend.
Yeah, we got Crypto.
I agree. No, I agree. I think they ran into the wrong team, the Browns, to keep that winning streak alive.
Yeah.
They
I
think the Harbaugh bogged the game down, make it a smash mouth game. I think there's a smash mouth game. Harbaugh. This is the game that Justin Herbert blows up. Here's a 5 touchdown game in this game. Harbaugh lets him loose.
That Browns defense.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be look. The total is 41.5, and you're saying that LA is going to score all 41 of those points.
I think Jameis Winston could. So the Chargers could. That's why I'm taking the over on that 41.5. I'm like, I think both teams blow right through that.
Yeah, but both of them can get through the 41 together.
Well, we got to point out though that as far as the Harbaugh effect that we just pointed out, Jameis Winston with the Browns is the one that just defeated John last week. So,
he so what's little brother to him? He defeated the final boss first. That's the Harbaughs.
Yeah.
He like, and actually, I can see it now. John Harbaugh was like, "Hey, no fair. I'm gonna get my big brother to beat your ass." He's getting
right. I'm gonna get my big brother.
Yeah, John Harbaugh ran to get his big brother, John. All right, so next game, man. These 1 o'clock games are garbage.
So there was consensus on that one too. LA Chargers for everybody.
LA. We got the NFC South showdown. The Saints taking on the 2-6 Saints, taking on the 1 Panthers. even though the Panthers are at home, they're given 7 points, 43.5 points total. So
I got a couple game notes for that one too. Man, I pay attention. You know, that's why y'all love color, because I pay attention. Derek Carr expected to return for the Saints. He went on record just like Tua did, saying he's not the savior. So keep that in mind. And Bryce Young to get another start with the Panthers. However, Jonathan Brooks to make his debut for the Carolina Panthers this week. Highly touted draft pick, I suppose, for them. So there you go.
Hold up. Tua went on record saying he's not the savior.
Last week he said nobody should expect him to come in and be the savior. That's what he said last week before the game.
Literally?
Yeah,
That's
literally.
what he said? You're not joking.
Last week.
Last serious?
Yeah, last week before the Cardinals.
I didn't know that.
He was saying it from the perspective of the team's got a lot to fix, which is what we learned over the last few weeks, and don't expect him to be the one to fix it all.
Why say anything?
That's what I've always asked. That's what I've always asked.
I'll tell you what, Tua needs just to go ahead and fire his PR guy.
That's Tua. That's Tua.
Yeah.
Letting all his Tua.
Well, he's never been the best politician.
I'll wait till we get to the Dolphins Bills pick 'em.
Yeah.
To tell you what he said yesterday, bro.
All right.
But yeah, we that's gonna be at last. We always say that game for last. So
yeah, save the best for last.
That's
anyway,
the last one.
What do we got?
We're
We're at New Orleans and Carolina, right?
Yeah, we don't need to spend too much time on this game. I got the Saints.
Same.
No, that's my upset special. I got the Panthers.
Okay. What's up?
You got Mr. Brooks showing out, huh? It is a pretty good football.
I got Bryce is resurrecting his career. He's rejuvenating his career. This game, this is a game. He starts his 12-game winning streak.
Oh shit!
But Jonathan Brooks is a pretty good football name, and the reason I point that out, Shake, is you noticed who's on the field tonight for the Texans, right? The greatest football name, the greatest name in history for anything.
Yeah, Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon. That's right.
Joe Mixon is that name.
That's right. All right. So,
if you're wondering, Lucci, that's inside joke. Me and Shake and probably Crypto knows the joke too. But
yeah,
Joe Mixon, we have agreed.
No,
not only is it the greatest football name ever known, but it works for everything.
Champion. Right, that's what I said.
U.S. Olympic curler Joe Mixon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you get tennis champion Joe Mixon. You could use it for anything, bro. Doctor,
yeah, it's a
MD, Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Joe Mixon.
Like,
that is
a universal accepted name for everything and everything.
Jousting champion Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Right.
Chess champion Joe Mixon.
It's got a nice
world champion Joe Mixon.
It works for every industry, every sport.
Hey, listen, he is a bartender, bro. Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
The law firms, everything.
Monsignor.
Travel agencies, Joe Mixon travel agency.
DJ Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
But anyway,
he got literally the perfect name.
Anyway, the Raiders are playing his former team. The Raiders are playing his former team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals are given 7 points. The total is 46.5. With that being said, go ahead, Lucci. Who you got?
Cincinnati, easy. Cincinnati, I'd take the under on that. To be honest, is Wilkins out for the season? What's up with Wilkins?
He's out right now, and what sucks is that's gonna ruin our comp pick.
Yeah, well, shit. I mean,
if he gets out injured.
Since he might score 40 something by himself.
He might get a fourth comp pick.
Yeah, I think they will. I think Burrow's mad about last week's performance.
Word. If it goes over, it's going to be because Cincinnati puts it over.
Who are they playing, Shake? I'm sorry, I was distracted by the game.
Raiders and Bengals.
I'm sorry?
Raiders and Bengals.
Oh, Raiders. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got nothing for this game.
Vegas.
So yeah, I got
Yep.
the Cincinnati Bengals as well.
Cincinnati, WKRP in Cincinnati. I think that's all I'll go with.
All right,
Just
we got
because of the song and
Washington
the station.
Washington Commanders at 6-2, taking on the 2-6 Giants. Washington is given 4 points, even though the Giants are at home. 44 points and a half total.
Where are we at, Crypto, with Jaden Daniels? 340 burgers so far this year?
Yeah, I think he's gotten
Something like that?
2 or 3. Yeah. Yep.
A Hail Mary
He
win
can get another one now.
and a Hail Mary
Yeah.
win. I mean, this guy
And
can't
one Hail
lose.
Mary win.
This guy cannot lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't
You know
pick
what's funny
against
is
him.
He's
but
living
usually
up to
when-
my
usually when
expectations,
teams-
man.
Usually, I'm gonna experiment here. I'm gonna go with the Giants. Usually, when teams do a
Mhm.
miraculous play, they go on a losing streak. The Miami Miracle
Uh-oh.
we went on a losing streak. When Kyler Murray,
Oh,
when
yeah.
Kyler Murray threw that Hail Mary against Buffalo, he went on a losing streak. So usually, when teams
Yeah.
do like a miracle win,
I have a miracle win. Yeah, that's always followed by a long losing streak. I never
That's
thought
a
about
very
that
good
shit.
point. That's a very
That's a good
point.
point.
That's powerful,
Wow.
Shake. That is very powerful. But I would counter
is
that by
interesting.
saying, I mean, the
It's the
guy,
Giants.
if you're winning with a Hail Mary like that, the football gods are in your favor, man. That's just all there is to it. The guy cannot win right now.
I
He
said
cannot
that same
win
thing
right now.
about the Hail Mary with freaking DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like I said, your point is very powerful.
I
I don't have much of a counter.
As an experiment, I'm doing the Giants.
Yeah, experiment go to Daniel Jones, man. He might see this as a bounce back opportunity, man.
Mm-hmm.
And also Daboll said that he's upset right now, so and Daboll likes him being upset. So
Mhm.
He
One
got
of
a
the
chip
funniest
on his
things I've
shoulder.
seen
He
with
might got
Daboll-
something there, Shake.
One of the funniest things I've seen with Daboll is he goes, you remember when he, you know how you usually do the introductory press conferences? They usually wear a suit, right?
Mhm.
He goes, the joke was, he was in a suit, right? He goes, Tip. He goes, if this is your public defender, you're probably gonna lose.
I mean, if y'all want to ride with the G-men, I'll ride with them. Whatever.
But yeah, I got the G-man. Who you got, Luch?
I'm taking Washington.
Yeah, Luke's going with Washington.
Yeah,
I'm going with
not-
Washington.
Smart man.
I'm gonna go with Washington. I picked my upset special already. I'm going out on a limb with Carolina, so I can't do two. I can't do 2 games in a row.
The Shake's the outlier on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I got the
That'd be a
Giants.
good game to
I
watch.
did.
now.
I did my
We-
outlier
We
picks
just
with the
increased
Panthers.
the interest of that football game. You're welcome, NFL.
Yep.
We got the 3 and 4 Cowboys, which, by the way, the Dolphins are the NFC version of, and the Falcons,
Yep.
5 and 3 Falcons. Atlanta's given 3 points, 3.5 points, 51 and a half total. Dallas plus 145.
I'm gonna take the under on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with. I'm definitely going with Cowboys. I don't know. I think the Cowboys bounce back. I'm going with the Cowboys.
One correction though, Shake.
Yes, sir.
They are like the Dolphins of the NFC, but we are still not like their fans. We give up after 2 and 6. They'll be 2 and 11. They'll be 2 and 11 still talking about winning the division. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, it's true.
you know.
Yeah, we need their enthusiasm, right?
Yeah, we're not as delusional as they are.
All right, who you got? Who you got, Luch?
I take Dallas right there too.
Okay, Crypto.
Home or away? What's this? What game is
Falcons
this?
is home.
Falcons, the home team. I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
All right.
I'm going with the strength of the home. They're winning with the home field advantage on this one. I'm going with the home team.
All right.
The
So
energy of the crowd. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons to pull us from out.
okay. All right, another game that we don't really need to spend time talking about: the 2 and 6 Patriots taking on the 1 and 6 Titans.
This is the Cam Ward Bowl.
It's the Tank Bowl, yeah.
Tennessee is
It's
given
definitely the Tank Bowl.
3 points. 37.5 total. New England plus 150. I'm gonna say New England because they're on a hot streak.
So
Yeah.
Crypto, New England just drafted 2 quarterbacks in one draft, and one of them I think they like. So do we want New England to lose here because they're more likely to trade their number 1 pick than the rest of the other teams?
No, actually, if they do, and listen,
Yeah.
I could see them getting. Who's that guy? Who's the guy that plays for
Sanders?
Not Sanders.
Or the one for
Merle,
LSU,
whatever
the
his
other
name
guy.
is, or-
No. He plays for
Mississippi State guy.
he plays with Shedeur Sanders, the guy that
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, I
Hunter.
can see New England going
Plays
after
with him.
Travis Hunter.
Going on to him to get a receiver from. Yeah. They can make him the overall pick. Yeah, if they get that high pick, yeah. They'll definitely go for a receiver, the top receiver in the draft. Yep.
So you got New England
That's
Lucci.
a good point.
Oh, New
No,
England.
that was more what I hope. I wasn't making a pick.
Who's New England playing? Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd take Tennessee right there.
I think both of them skipping on a quarterback. I'm going to go with New England.
I mean, bro, let me give you my little tidbit for this one. Mason Rudolph last week in a horrible loss to the Lions still had way outperformed Goff because Goff got a short field so many times that he couldn't put up any numbers. But Mason Rudolph in that loss was like, 20-something for 38 and like 280 yards and like a couple tutties and like, a couple interceptions, obviously.
Yeah, they had like 400, 300, almost 400 yards.
He had a Mason Rudolph type of game, so maybe that's all the Patriots. I mean, that's all the Titans need to defeat the Patriots, who are insistent upon losing.
Yeah, I take them. If it's Mr. I drink mayonnaise in my coffee, Will Levi's, then I take New England. But Mason Rudolph, starting quarterback, I pick Tennessee.
All right, man. So right now,
Aaron Rodgers and the Jets splitting.
So now that we got everything, so we both. Now it's time for the Chef Juice special.
Chef Juice special. Let's go.
The Chef Juice special, baby. If I get this mouse to, excuse me. There we go.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Juice. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts. Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
And
I want some of that German chocolate cake, man.
let's being that he's a fellow entrepreneur, let me ask you this. Get a few questions in. What are some of the few challenges that you face being your own boss in whatever would you say?
Let me be honest with you, man. For what I do, nothing. Really nothing. The only one I would say is, and this is a very rare occurrence, but this is why I don't do social media or I don't do websites for my business. You come across people in life that they're just not good people and they try to get over, and there's nothing you can do. Like just scumbags, basically. And when you don't have a business, like if you work for other people, you'll see, and like people say the customer's always right, but you'll see people who they're just like someone who goes to a restaurant and they don't want to pay for the meal, so they'll complain about something, but they'll eat the whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dealing with people like that, but it's a very rare occurrence. Maybe I deal with about 2 of those a year. Out of all the clients, I have 2 a year that will do something like that. But other than that, man, it's great. If I don't feel like going to work one day because, I just ain't feeling it or just anything, man. I mean, it's just, I get to teach my son. He works with me. he's got his own photography business, but he works with me a majority of the time, and I get to spend time with him. And I don't really have, when I have a big job,
nice.
I bring in some guys, but I'm always on the job and things are always right and people love it, and seeing people happy and being able to, hook people's homes up and do things right for them. Cause a lot of people, they're just about the money, and they won't be out there. They have other guys, and these guys are sick, they're getting overworked. So they just rush through people's stuff. It's very rewarding. I'll be honest with you, man. And I don't really have it. There's really not a complaint that I have. If you can be an entrepreneur, if you could be your own boss, I suggest you do it. It's not easy. When I did it, when I took the leap of faith, like I didn't have any money really saved in my account, where if things didn't work out, like I could pay the bills. Like I just took a blind leap of faith, and man, I started advertising on Craigslist. That's how I first advertised, and it's like $5 a week. But you put it in, it goes way down. So you could put another $5 and you go back at the top, and then when people scroll, they'll see it again. So really, I'd spend like $20 a week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
And ultimately, man, it's very rewarding.
Yeah,
I don't have any complaints. If you
by
could
the
be
way,
your own boss, way to do it.
When Crypto used to be on work when he was a truck driver back in the day, he'd get his lot lizards from Craigslist, right?
There you go. See,
Yeah. Not even.
Yeah,
You got me mixed up with Lance or Esteban.
yeah. It's a very rewarding thing, man. You don't have to answer to nobody, collect all the money. It's not for everybody though. Sometimes, but I would recommend it. If you could be your own boss, be it. It's hard having to make sure everything's right all the time, and you're responsible. When you work for somebody, things go wrong. It ain't my business. Like literally, it's like take it up with him if you're not happy with how things are. Being the owner, you got to be responsible for everything. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with it, but if you genuinely care, then you want that responsibility because you want things to be right. So yeah,
That's what's up, man.
complaints.
So
Yep.
now the Chef Shoe special is the 4-3 Bears taking on the 4-4 Cardinals. These guys, I think they're still trying to find their niche, to make the playoffs.
You're referring to
limbo game right here, man.
1.5 points, 44.5 total, and Chicago with plus 105. I'm gonna have to give this edge to the Bears. I like the Bears.
I take Arizona right there. I take Arizona right there.
Arizona.
Okay. I think I might have to go with Arizona. I think I chose the Bears initially. I got to check my pick'ems pick. But I think I'm going to go with Arizona. I think they're the home team, right, Chick?
Yeah, they're the home team.
They're going back home, playing in
Winslow,
friendly confines
Arizona,
of
such a
the
fine
old Sun. They don't play in the old Sun Devil Stadium. They play in whatever arena they're playing now, Sun Bowl or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember back in the day they played in Sun Devil.
Sun Devil Stadium.
The Devil.
Yeah. Denny Green was a coach. Denny Green was a coach.
Yeah.
Devil.
Mm-hmm.
They were who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Man, I think he was talking about the Bears, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he was talking about the Bears. That was against the Bears. When they had that famous press conference. Yep.
Yeah, that was nice. That was a good
They are who we thought we were, and we let them off the hook.
If you want to crown them, crown them. But they are who we thought they were.
Yep, that was against the Bears. And it's ironic because I was in Arizona in school at the time during that game.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
That was cool. That was cool.
That was wild. The Denny Green famous press conference.
Color, what are you talking about? Who do you like?
Which one we on? This game
Arizona and Chicago. Arizona.
Arizona, the Bears.
And the Bears. Oh, Well, I don't remember who I had on Miss Vin's Pick'em on League Wide Wednesday, but I'm a big fan of the state of Arizona. But
Actually,
I don't have no insight on like these two teams right at the moment, other than we just watched the Arizona Cardinals and kind of what they're doing.
Mhm.
And it's in Arizona.
yeah.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
keep in mind that Kyler Murray already has a strong arm despite his size, but he can really throw them bombs in the dry air of Arizona.
Yeah.
By the way, my wife is hell bent on moving to North Carolina, but if it wasn't for the family, that because she wants to be closer to family still, our dream destination would be Arizona.
Okay.
I mean,
Arizona.
stick in the
Yeah.
north. You can
Phoenix
always
or
go visit the
Tucson.
south. You know what I mean? If you're gonna live in Arizona, I would say central and north. Don't live further south than that. But because you can always drive down there. It's not a long drive to get down to the south for all that's to enjoy down there. But
Yeah. No, I would live. I would live by like the. To be honest with you, South. I really fell in love with South Nevada.
right, so that's kind of like northern Arizona, sort of.
Yeah.
But Arizona opens back up into kind of like Utah country and Nevada country. But there's one spot if you were to be closer to the south in Arizona, if you stick towards the east, which borders New Mexico, there's the White Mountains, which is also alpine country. So, like, if you stick to like the mid altitudes and higher altitudes in Arizona for living, you'll love it there.
Hey, by the
It's
way,
like
I heard a rumor that speaking of Utah, I heard that they have a basketball team in Utah.
Yeah, I heard that
Is
too.
that true?
Yeah. Look, America's team resides in Utah. Yeah. Good
You talking about
point,
the
Shake, man.
Cowboys? The Utah Cowboys?
Nope.
On the other token, that
Oh,
boy
man.
Caleb wants to get off the snide for losing to a Hail Mary last week.
Mhm.
So he might want to put up some numbers too. And he's actually, believe it or not, he don't seem to be like he's quite the bust everybody made him out to be right off the bat.
So
that's Caleb Williams I'm
No,
referring
it's not.
to.
No, this rookie class is probably one of the best classes since '83.
So,
But I think Kyler might have the edge because Kyler's just simply been gone through all the nonsense that a rookie and young player has to go through already to get where he's at. So he may take the rookie to school. We'll see.
So we got the 2-6 Jaguars taking on the 5-2 Eagles. Eagles are finding their stride. With that being
You see
said,
Saquon's press conference?
Go ahead. Who do you got?
Said he's
Lucci?
ready to. He's a little edgy.
How did you get this one?
Saquon's edgy.
Part of me wanted to take the Jaguars. I feel like that they're starting to get in a groove, but I took Philadelphia.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
But if
go.
Jacksonville wins, I won't be shocked. As bad as they've been playing all year, yo, they're a lot like us,
We'll
man.
be trying to gain it.
Maybe it's something in the floor of water, but
I tell you what, fans will be throwing popcorn at Sirianni again.
It's crazy.
If that happens.
I feel exactly what you're saying, Anthony. I just for my pick on the show Wednesday, I think I had the Eagles winning 28-7 on 4 tush pushes.
Yeah, they'll be moving the ball to the goal line so they can get them numbers up. 4 tush pushes, yeah.
Oh, by the way, did you see that FSU almost scored on a tush push?
Yeah,
FSU did. Well, last week.
Remember, we were at the La Carreta and we saw that. Remember, it was like a 4th yard situation, and not only did he get the first down, he almost got to the end zone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah.
It was wild.
Right. It was in the middle of the field, but it wasn't on the goal line situation where he got it and he kept running. He almost scored a touchdown.
Wait, FSU 43 yards on that carry.
FSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Quarterback. And then they benched.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, he get a tush push on the middle of the field and almost scored.
Yeah. True story.
Yeah.
So here we go, man. We all listen. If you click on the TFTG website, and it's tailgating. Hey, look, we still got a lot of tailgating to do, a lot of barbecuing, especially Thanksgiving.
Barbecue chicken.
Especially if you if you out here cooking, get the Cooking Folk apron, imaged after my man Rabbit Dolphin, aka Lewis. Yeah, this is a great, like I said, for any occasion you cooking, man. It comes in white and black. Nene swears by it. Miss Pam swears by
Yep.
it. So
They name Miss Pam.
I mean, yeah, man. Anybody who bought that apron, so you click on the link on the TFTG, get yourself a Cooking Folk, and I tell you what, this is gonna be, I think, a hell of a game. We have the 6-1 Lions taking on the 6-2 Packers in Green Bay.
Yeah, that whole division's on fire, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've transformed
Chicago,
to the best in the league. With all the teams involved.
Find a way to win
If
and
the
compete.
playoffs started today, all of them will make the playoffs.
Detroit is given 2.5 points, 48.5 total, and Green Bay is plus 125. And I tell you what, this is going to be a tough one, but I'm going with the upset special. I think Jordan Love, and because of Green Bay, Jordan Love is going to get it and tie with the Lions right now. I'm going with the Packers.
Yeah,
I did read an article saying that Jordan Love was going no matter what. So it sounds like he's not totally 100%, but willing to play anyway. So that's the one inside.
Right. He got nicked up in the last one.
Thing ain't there, so that kind of. You know what? That's another one. I feel like, they played Minnesota. They beat Minnesota. To me, that so I kind of feel like, are they going to squeak it out against both and show that they're really them? I think I picked Detroit, but that's a toss up to me. But I'm just taking Detroit only because Detroit's been on this upward streak for a few years now, and I think they're the real deal. I don't think that they're just, Green Bay is still trying to prove. I think Detroit's been past that. We're trying to prove we are who we say we are type deal in that division, Yeah, I take Detroit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have Detroit as a juggernaut now.
Yeah.
Especially after what they did to the Titans last week. I mean, it's not so much. The Titans are bad. The Titans are bad. I get it, but they took advantage. They took advantage of every single short field they got. Jared Goff didn't even throw for 100 yards last week, and they put up a 50-burger.
And apparently, the reason why they didn't hire Dan Campbell, the Dolphins, was because he was too hip hop.
Yeah. That's part of the reason.
I can't believe it.
But I mean, when your team's able to win with a 50-burger and your offense shows that little production in stats, that tells you that they got a short field all day.
Yeah, defense showed up.
Well, they was efficient with the drives that was given to them.
Yeah,
and like above average, because the average good defense giving your team a short field a couple times a day, that's going to be a 30-burger, maybe a 40. They put up 52 points. You know what I mean? Like, and their quarterback didn't even throw for 100.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think all the stats pretty much goes out the window in this particular division matchup because of history. Shows me that Green Bay has pretty much owned this team, and given Detroit's rise last year, Green Bay went into Detroit and destroyed them on Thanksgiving Day. And I think that continues because Green Bay has a hell of a secondary, and those corners are back. So they can be able to keep up with, at least in the passing side, and force them to be one-dimensional with their linebackers and can at least slow Gibbs down. I think that's where the Green Bay is more even with them. And if Green Bay wins the turnover battle, it can get away from Detroit. because you give Jordan Love too many extra possessions. He can make you pay for it. And he actually have been for his touchdowns, though. But
Yeah, and Anthony
think in this
Campanelli is their
particular one-
remember Anthony Campanelli is their linebackers coach too. So
yeah, it's Green Bay's defense that makes it more where they can neutralize Detroit's offense. And Green Bay got enough firepower on offense to be able to score and get in the end zone. So in this one, I think Green Bay makes it a tied for first place situation. It makes it a little bit more interesting, especially if the Bears is able to pull off a win and keep winning. So make it interesting. It's going down to the wire in that division. I think we'll be looking at week 15 and week 17 before we even know who's going to be the division winner or not.
And that brings me to the Fanatic game of the week.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
That voice sounds familiar. Anyway, check
Hey,
out
who was
Fanatics.
that guy?
Fanatics.
They sell everything under the sun, whether it's basketball,
Fanatics. Yep.
NBA, NHL, anything pro sports, you name it, they have it. You click the link, and by clicking the link, it lets you know that we sent you, and it helps the channel out tremendously.
Do they sell crickets gear and like badminton gear?
And badminton.
It helps the starving children.
And get your very own Joe Mixon chess jersey. He's a part of the chess. He's a chess master. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So,
Be sure to check that out, fellas.
Chess master Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon jersey.
World hot dog eating champion Joe Mixon.
Yep, he's definitely a hot dog eating champion. Definitely.
All right, we have an NFC West showdown. We have the 3 and 4
that's
Rams
a good one, Shay.
taking on the 4 and 4 Seahawks. Both teams are
a hard game
trying
for
to,
me. I don't know who won
trying
this
to
game.
climb up the ladder in their division, their respective division. So, with that being said, man, look, Rams are I don't know, man.
This is a tough one for me.
Yeah, me too.
That's a true pick 'em for
LA is
me.
only given 1 point. They only got 1 point, 48 and a half total. Seahawks are minus 105.
Right.
So, man.
Yeah. Man.
I keep
Seattle's
trying
a
to
roller
see the
coaster
Rams.
team.
I keep trying to see the Rams as a bad team, but they keep actually having pretty
Showing
decent
up and
performances,
having a
you know
good
what I mean?
performance,
So
right?
they
And
might
then
be back.
you want them to lay an egg, and then next thing you know, they put up 40 points on them. Somebody.
Well, they might be back on track. I mean, I'm not saying back
Seattle's the
like
same
they're
way,
back,
too.
you know, but like they might be back on track to be like competitive, you know. And in that
Seattle's the
case,
same way.
I take Stafford over Geno, but that's just me.
Right. I'll just go with the quarterback one on. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I got
man,
the
Charbonnet,
Rams.
man.
I got the Rams on this one.
Please tell me the Rams are at home. I'm gonna have to change my pick.
Actually, you know, I got the Seahawks, the 12th
In
man.
Seattle.
Listen, I'm picking a home team.
Let's-
That's my only ballot. That's my only out.
Here's an intangible. Here's an intangible for the game. The Dodgers just won the World Series. Clayton Kershaw is Stafford's buddy. They grew up together. He's gonna want to honor his win. You know what I mean? He want to put some points on the board.
I got another stat for you.
Yeah.
My very first game was against the Bears. It was originally scheduled. It was a Sunday game, right? And it turned out to be it moved over to Monday night, and the only reason it moved over to Monday night was because the Marlins were playing the World Series. So, my very first Dolphin game against the Bears, Brian Cox was the linebacker, and Dave Wanstead was the coach for the Bears. We lost that game.
You mean Dave Wanstash?
Dave Wanstash was the coach.
Wanstash.
Yeah, Wanstash was the coach. Brian Cox was the linebacker. He wore number 52.
Right.
and we lost that game.
Yeah, I hate Dive Armstead. When he traded Ogunleye for Marty Booker, bro, I just after that I never liked him.
And didn't he? Wasn't there a big scandal? Didn't he let our playbook get leaked out or something?
I don't know. I was young at that time. I mean, I wasn't young, but I was young and I was wasn't in tune like I should.
Exactly. That's why I was surprised to find that out. I learned that recently, Anthony. I was like, wait a minute, I don't remember that getting out when we were kids, man. You know what I mean?
You know,
wasn't it the Jets' old head coach, Rich Kotite, or was it somebody else?
Well, that year we started off strong and then collapsed.
Well,
apparently our playbook got leaked out or something, and he got held responsible for that,
which is crazy.
Damn, I'm just finding out about this myself.
I know.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I'm like, I don't remember that.
I thought it was the Jets.
Like, but then again, back then it wasn't like it is now, where you get news that Tua farted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, by the way, it's halftime. Houston is up 7-0.
Oh, they scored. Please
Yeah,
tell
Aaron
me Tank
Rodgers
Dell
had
scored.
32 yards on the night.
Was it Tank Dell or was it Nico Collins? Is he back?
No, it was Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon. Probably was, Joe Mixon.
Oh, I swear to God, it was Joe Mixon.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Joe Mixon's having a night.
I didn't start any of them in my league, but I think I just went the over on that one.
All right, we have the Vikings.
That was a revenge game.
We have the 4-4 Colts taking on the 5-2 Vikings. Sunday Night Football. I know the Colts are on a. God damn it, you stupid cat. Anyway,
Sam Bradford.
Hold up on that. I'd take Seattle on the last game just so you got me down there.
Okay, Seattle.
You got Seattle, Lucci?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going with the home team on that one.
Yeah, I got to go with
that's a pick 'em.
It's just a toss up.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have the 5-2 4-4 Colts taking on the 5-2 Vikings. Minnesota -5. Total is 46.5 points. Indy plus 200. I'm gonna keep it simple and say the Vikings.
Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, they get back to their
Justin Jefferson. Here's a bold take. Justin Jefferson has the first 200-yard game out of all the receivers this week.
Hey man, how's your cousin? I know you said you had a cousin that's a Vikings fan. How's he liking it?
Yeah, Giovanni.
JJ gets 200 yards this week.
He's loving
Play
it.
him in your fantasy.
Obviously, the past 2 weeks he isn't loving it, but yeah, man, he's Giovanni. You've met him a couple times.
Yeah. You know what I would like to do, man? Because the next time we play the Vikings, we're going to Minnesota. Maybe one day.
That's right. It's a road game for us,
man.
I'm pretty sure he'll be going to that, but he'll be there at the San Francisco game. If you come, even though he don't care about either one, but our cousin Wilmer is the San Francisco fan. And,
okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna be there.
So like all our people and all them two shakes, they all go to all the Hurricane games. Like they're season ticket holders, they go to every Hurricanes. Giovanni travels, like he's going to the Georgia Tech game for the Hurricanes, but he'll be there on the San Francisco game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna try to go to the. I'm gonna try to go to the Dolphin games, even if it's just to go to the tailgate.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm watching. I'm not going in the stadium anymore, bro. I'm just hanging out. I'm watching the games in the tailgate. When I did that last Buffalo game, is the best decision I ever made. I'm telling you.
Ironically, that's what El Cap is trying to. He's trying to gain support for like a mass exodus out of the stadium, like that, like a mass sit out. You know what I mean? Where they can get our money.
That will have to happen in the pregame,
they
though, right?
Get our money, but instead of like putting bags over our head and all that, he wants to get like thousands of people to show up to the stadium and sit out the tailgate during the game.
Yeah, I'm already ahead of the crew. I'm team paper bag. I'm already selling it for 99 cents.
There you go.
Hey man, you gave Crypto some of that entrepreneur spirit, man.
That's right.
I got the Vikings, by the way. You got the Vikings too, Luch?
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah.
Crypto and Crypto got the Colts. So there you go.
No,
Crypto got the Colts. Is that what he's doing?
not with Justin Jefferson getting 200 yards. I ain't. Oh man.
And then of course we got the 4-4 Yucks taking on the 7-0 refs. I mean the Chiefs. Chiefs are given 8 points, 8.5 points.
Right.
45.5. And Tampa Bay is plus 340. So do we really need to get into dive into this? I'm going with the Chiefs. Buccaneers have no receivers.
Chefs, huh?
It's
They have
over.
no receivers. They means they have no shot.
Let me tell you
I don't know
how
what
it's gonna go.
Spagnolia is going to do with them, but
Let me
this is
tell
going
you
to
how
look
it's going
ugly.
to go
quick.
before you make your pick. Let me tell you how it's going to go. Baker Mayfield is going to walk right out in the middle of that stadium, plant a spear right in the middle of their stadium, right? And then right after he gets the game-winning touchdown, he's going to walk off that field like Conor McGregor style, man. Big chest and big walk. That's what's going to happen this week.
So you're picking Tampa Bay color?
I think I did actually pick them as my upset of the week just because I think that if anybody could, I think Baker Mayfield could beat Patrick Mahomes on bravado alone. Like he's the only one that could do it. Like just walk in there with pure heart and steal a win. You
Not
know what
gonna
I
work
mean?
for Spagnola's defense. Spag's defense is too good.
I'd take Kansas City right there.
But I
Sorry,
can understand why.
guys.
I can understand why there's
my
not a lot of
gamer's
believers.
so I can't really get comfortable because I've been sitting on it for like 2 hours straight.
Mhm.
And it's just a
Right.
little stupid stool for this arcade game that the computer's on. So yeah, it's kind of
Now, question, Shake, is that one? That one's in Kansas City, right?
Correct.
the ring
So
KC.
you're talking about two guys that had both of their careers in the Midwest college. Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield. They're both that's like showdown in the Midwest, man. That's gonna be actually a better game than y'all think. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's gonna be ugly. KC get their first blowout of the season.
I'm just gonna go with the chefs.
The Chefs.
Me too.
Do they have a Snickers bar at the end of the end zone?
Yes, and they're gonna get a car insurance with each other. Progressive.
You're gonna get the Progressive, or is it State Farm?
No, Progressive. It's Progressive. It was Progressive.
Oh, it is? Okay. Okay. I thought the Chiefs did that State Farm stuff.
I mean,
yeah. It's gonna be Progressive
Reid
versus State Farm. Yeah, that's.
And
what it
here's
is.
another thing: if there's anybody that could knock a dent in Arrowhead crowd-wise, Baker Mayfield's got a lot of fans in the Midwest that are gonna want to show up to that game that aren't Buccaneers fans. I mean, you know, wasn't he the man? And where did he play? Oklahoma? Wasn't he the man out there?
Yeah.
So I'm just
He's
saying,
an original cowboy.
He might actually make it a little bit of a showing in that stadium.
So you got the chefs too, Luch?
Absolutely. Easy work. I like colors enthusiasm,
Color knows how to pipe dream.
that shit ain't the truth. They're gonna go up there and it's easy work for the Kansas City
The
Chiefs.
Chiefs warms up for the Super Bowl this week.
He did put out a disclaimer. He's bad luck. So
this is the week the
But I
Chiefs
like
warm up
his
for the
ability.
Super
He had
Bowl.
a nice story. He did tell a good.
I'm a game script kind of guy. Like
Yeah,
I make a lot of decisions
I'm with
based
you.
on.
Sometimes I go
think
by
about a
that
game
too.
script and I go with it. You know what I mean?
They're just messed up right now. They're too injured, man. They're too injured. I feel like.
Yeah,
But it's
sometimes game script ain't enough. You're right. I mean, I do factor in other stuff.
If he was going up there with his full squad, Mike Evans, Chris Goodwin, then I could see what you're saying.
Right.
Now he could be the gunner that he can be because he's got guys.
Let it all fly. Right.
He doesn't have that right now,
Yeah,
so that's why I find it
roll out that big schlong and sling it all over the field.
Yeah, it's a stretch. I don't know who's out there catching the ball, But yeah, I take Kansas City in that spot.
Yeah, for sure.
So, all right. And before we get to the last game, I appreciate you for allowing me to pick your brain on your entrepreneurship. What two advice if somebody wanted to start their own business, what two pieces of advice would you give them to do? And let's say what will be the do's and don'ts of starting your own business?
Well, the major first thing is you got to know what you're doing. Whatever you decide that you're gonna do, you got to know your stuff if you want to succeed. And if you really know what you're doing, then just do it. Don't doubt yourself. What I wouldn't recommend is doing what I did and just jumping off a cliff. If you don't have some type of backup as far as for to pay bills and to take care of yourself, but know what you got to really know the field that you're in. You got to really be a pro at it, and also make sure you really like, which nobody's going to start a business unless you got a lot of money and you're just looking for. You got to like what you're doing, because if you're doing your own thing, especially in the beginning, you're going to have to pour yourself into it, totally. So if you're not really sure about that's what you want to do, then chances are you're not going to make it.
Man, it's funny. I really find it fascinating. That last part you said, because you know what I mean? Like liking it, bro. That is so the key, because that's going to stop you from getting burned out.
Yeah. And then
you got to like what you're doing, man. That's
because it will burn you out, color, bro. And listen, I don't like necessarily breaking my back in the sun. So for me, it's rewarding when I drive by a house, or when people call me and they say, yo, you come highly recommended. Or when they say, I saw the work you did over here and it looks fantastic. Like, it's rewarding. So that kind of outweighs the hard work that it is. But if I had
the liking mitigates the work. You know what I mean? Right. Like, in other words, it's all work, but the more you like something, the less you're going to see it as work. Yeah. When you get up on for work on Monday morning, you're less likely to be one of them people that are like, oh, it's Monday, I gotta go to work. You're more likely to actually enjoy. You're sitting there on Sunday night going, I can't wait for tomorrow to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I could have if I had a choice, would I pick the business I have? Probably not, because it is extremely taxing on your body. It's hard work, but that's it. You got to really know you got to know what you're doing, and that makes it a lot easier too, bro. When you know what you're doing, you can make it lighter on yourself, and that's in any field, because otherwise you double work yourself. If you make, you just got to like what you're doing, and you got to believe in yourself. Basically, it's just really just that simple. Just do it.
That's what's up,
and
man.
Also, the one thing I tell you on a closing note, this is why I don't hire people. I have my son, but my son's going to do what I ask him to do. And, there's not going to be any questioning about it, because he knows I know what I'm doing. Be careful who you hire.
Is there a representation of you?
Seriously. And if you hire people, and they'll mess your business up. If you're not there with them to correct them, if things are, or if they deal with customers, clients, and they may not talk the same way that you talk to them, if they're unhappy, you got to be careful who you hire, because your best interest isn't going to be in everybody's best interest. So be careful who you hire, to help you. I guess that's it, really.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you, man. So,
and if you ever get in a jam, call Larry K. If you need to hire an attorney for your business,
you get a job.
Call my guy Larry K.
And here is the Fins Tailgate game of the week.
Let's do it.
As always, we always
Excited
save
to
the
hear
best game for
everybody
last.
doing this.
And here it is. Hold on.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
And
Zipper did that too.
yeah, yep, and that's his voice,
That's
as a
good.
matter of fact.
A word. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah, we got a new one coming too. It's gonna be much better. I'm currently working on the scripting and the voiceover for the new one.
and
So
Zip also
that's
did.
coming
Hey,
soon.
listen, I gave him the vision, and he brought this shirt to life. This is the Fins Tailgate Vice City shirt. The game.
Very
feature
proud to
item
wear
of the
it.
week. Hell yeah, because I tell you what, man, me and Crypto wore it. That's my man Joe Wrist, right? And we wore it here with the. I tell you what, that shirt's comfortable, right, Crypto?
Oh yeah. Ready to get
Good
that video
material, man.
game now.
Yeah, man. So I stand by that. By the way, one thing you said, look, I've been doing YouTube for a while now, right? And I've been getting burnt, and I've been getting burnt out, and it's like, and I kind of like wanted to step away from it. And then what I did was I put on some old episodes of Insomnia, some old episodes of In the Blender, and damn, man, I'm like, damn. That's what it's all about, man. When I put out, I look back and I'm like, damn, that was a good episode, and damn, that was a good guess, and I brought me back some great memories when I was recording those episodes, and that's what it's all about. Like right now, man, I'm having a blast recording this with you, my man Cullen, of course, Crypto. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I like recordings too, because when we do them as a live premiere, the chat's active, right? So you can go into chat and argue with yourself. Like
Yeah.
I'll go into the chat and troll myself. You know?
yeah, as a matter of fact,
Like, listen to this guy.
when I
You'll
went
know
to the
it's funny.
Indianapolis game, I had to leave the house at 3 o'clock
Yeah.
to get to the airport, right? I left the house at 3 o'clock and I was watching myself, and I got so
Oh, and by the way, on that note, to Future Color, if you're listening, make sure you remind everybody that you were spot on about Garrett Wilson, who just nabbed a gorgeous touchdown pass, one-handed.
by the way, whatchamacallit,
Yeah.
be sure to see yourself later on today with a coffee and a cup of color, or it could be afternoon color.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna bring Sean from Red, White, and Bills on. We're gonna chop it up about this game.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna have a lot more
Yeah.
leverage on me, of course. What can I say?
Chopping
I
it
have
up
nothing
about
to
the
come at him
game.
with, you know what I mean?
So anyway,
Right. He
by the
was
way,
easy on me and
the
Shake,
Buffalo
so
Bills-
you'll be fine, Color. He was easy on me and Shake on that.
Yeah, Buffalo
He wasn't
Bills
too hard on us.
has about the same amount of wins as all three of as the Jets, the Patriots, and the Dolphins combined. But
Right.
anyway, the Dolphins are going to Skidmark Stadium
Yeah.
to take on the Buffalo Bills. I thought it was Ralph Wilson, but it's Skidmark Stadium. I don't know what's the real name.
Yeah.
No, the Buffalo Bills,
High
they
Mark?
named it something else. I can't remember what it was. It's something Mark.
Right.
That's why I call it Skidmark
High
Stadium.
Mark.
High
Yeah,
Mark.
High
Yeah.
Mark. But
Low ball stadium.
No, High Mark. I call it Skidmark
High
Stadium.
Mark. Right, Skidmark Stadium. Yep. That's the more appropriate name, Shake.
Yeah, Skidmark.
Skidmark Stadium.
Yeah.
Armpit Stadium. There you go.
Which is a high mark, by the way.
Yep.
Go ahead, Lucci. What you got, man?
Got Miami 27-23.
Oh man, he
That's
gave
what's
a
up.
score. All right.
Yeah, I
Bro,
gave a
He
score for us.
gave a score.
Yeah.
I think that might be my
Alrighty.
score. I have to go back and watch the show from Wednesday. It was I think it might have been 26 or 27-23.
Yeah.
Wow.
23. Here we go.
Oh no, it was 26-20. I'm sorry. That's
Who
what
do
it
you
was.
got? Who do you got winning, Color? You got Miami winning 26-20?
And the only way that'll happen, and
I mean,
the
a
same
lot of
reason
field
I picked
goals.
that score 26-20 is because we have to finally prove that when we got a 3 to 6 point lead with 4 minutes left, that we can leave no time left on the clock for Josh Allen to come back and burn us, which he will do if we let him have the ball with time left on the clock.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest issues we have in these games we lose. If you look at the games we've lost over the last 10, you'll see that's quite a recurring theme, that we end up relinquishing our opportunity to seal the game to our defense, and they end up getting burned. And then we end up wanting to blame them for it when we had the ball with 4 minutes left and punted.
It's outrageous.
So if we are able to finally correct that problem, I can see us having a 26-20 lead.
I got Miami 3-2
or 26-23. I think
3-2. There you go.
Yeah, 3-2.
That would be the way we win the game.
3-2.
And we stopped them from being able to.
That's the way we do it, Jake.
And we stopped
the
them
only
from
way
being
we
able
get
to come back and get the game-winning field goal on us and burning the clock out themselves.
Yeah. I think Tua gets another safety that's hard to catch while we're eating chips.
I mean, my only other alternative.
There you go.
My only other alternative is just to say the Bills are going to blow us out, and that's boring. You know what I mean? So.
No, but I got the. I'm gonna say I'm always gonna say Miami. 27-14. That's my generic score.
Okay.
Miami Dolphins.
Oh, you got a generic score. Jeez.
That's my guy Currency. Let's hear what you got, Currency.
He's got a what you call it. He's got a generic score. Wow.
Yeah, that's my generic score for the Dolphins.
Making it
27-14.
By the way, I don't believe in none of that shit I just said, by the way.
It's either 27-14 or 24-17. Hey, listen.
You guys are making it hard to give a rational score. But,
hey, listen.
I'm listening.
Hey, Crypto, my generics, I have two generic scores. It's either 27-14 or 24-17.
Oh man.
24-17, I think. Go ahead.
I'm almost ready to give the Tuaneers a dose of their own medicine and give them a Larry L type score when they were saying Skyler had no shot. So as a payback favor, I'm almost ready to do what Larry L did to us 3 years ago in the playoffs.
42-7.
42-7. That's why I say I will be honored to lose by 40 points. But listen, setting that aside, McDermott defense forces us into a lot of mistakes when it comes to not necessarily turnovers. I'm talking about penalties. Not only in turnovers, but penalties where the offensive line is moving, the freaking defense is lining up in the neutral zone 50 times. Oh my! And then as far as the proximity of the score, it'll be within 6 in the first 6 minutes.
Damn.
And that's the proximity.
Does that mean they're going to average 1 point per football minute? That's going to be a pretty nasty score, Crypto. That's a 60.
I don't know if they can get 1 point per minute, but they'll challenge it. Tony told me that I'm gonna be standing up, so that told me it's bad news when it comes to the score. If I'm gonna be standing up all game long, I'm like, oh God, I at least want to sit down during the game once. I'm like, oh, I tell you what, if I'm able to sit down more, we might have a lower score. If I'm standing up all game, It's gonna be. It might be a point per minute color. Tony said I might not get to sit down. I'm like, oh God, don't tell me I got to stand up the whole game.
In all seriousness,
Oh man,
the
I'm
key
not
to
looking
beating
forward to
teams
standing
like
up.
this is simple, and it's something we never can understand. And that's you got to treat a punt. You got to treat forcing them to punt like that's a turnover. You have to cash
Yeah, you have
in.
to treat it like a
You
punt.
force
Yeah,
them to punt.
all punts is like a turnover. Yeah, and that's
You might get them to punt one time, and that might be your one chance to flip the field and flip the score timing for you getting the ball back in the second half or whatever it might be, to where you're ahead of the game, ahead of the sticks. You could say.
Did we kick the ball off, or did we receive the ball first in Arizona game? We got the ball first, right?
We had it first.
We got the ball first.
Okay, so they got the ball like coming out of half.
And I don't want to
ran down the field and scored though. We scored on the
True. I don't want to.
We scored first.
Necessarily spin this off into a debate about that, but I'm a kick the ball off guy.
I'm with 100%
you 100% of the time.
I prefer.
I prefer to see it at the second half.
However, sometimes I feel like get the ball, mash the gas. Sometimes, but
right. I think in this environment, you might want to receive the ball first.
But sometimes when you're playing a team that is going to score too, sometimes I feel like
you want the ball first at that point.
Yeah, this way you're not playing from behind.
Right, but see, that's the thing.
Yeah,
you've got to score. If you're playing a team like that, you got to score on your first drive, no matter what.
See,
so whether that's tying,
even if you don't tying it or going up first,
right? If that means tying with them and keeping up with them until halftime, when you get the ball back to start the half, which is where you have to actually perform and come through with that touchdown out of halftime. That's the key for that whole gambit working of kicking the ball off. You know what I mean?
Right. Kicking the ball off first. Remember, the Ravens scored first.
So many things can go wrong on your scripted drive that if you take the ball first and you don't score, you're done. I mean, you're cooked if you're playing a team like Buffalo.
Right. If you don't score first and you gamble by getting the ball,
they could go up by 2 scores, if not 3, by getting the ball up back at the second half. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the gamble. That's the gamble you take by not deferring. But you want that 2-for-1 at the end of the second quarter.
Let's be real. You have to score no matter what your first drive anyway. So what's the difference if you get in the right mentality? You got to score and keep up with them anyway.
Right, but you want to be able to have a 2-for-1 going into halftime.
Absolutely.
Because rest assured, if you take the ball first and score, they're gonna keep up with you. So they're just gonna flip it at halftime.
Right. Because I think Arizona, if I remember, they had the 2-for-1 situation. Even though they didn't score coming out of half, but they still had the opportunity
because they kicked the ball off. Right. And here's the other thing. That's where what I'm saying about punts comes in so important. Because if you get in that bad way, even if you are on track and you're ahead of the game, you kick the ball or you kick the ball off first. If you can get them to punt and cash in on that, what you consider a turnover, bro, it's on like Donkey Kong because you're getting the ball at the second half. You could be the one going up 2 or 3 scores all of a sudden and running away with it.
So, anyway, let's wrap this up because I got to be interesting within a few minutes.
Oh, yeah. Tom going live tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, Lucci, first and foremost, it's been an honor for you to thank you, man. I appreciate it.
As always.
Your friendship as always, man.
Yeah,
Any final thoughts, my brother, before we out of here?
No, man. Thanks for having me. It's always good to see Crypto.
Yeah, man.
I ain't seen Color in a minute. I've seen Crypto. I know he pops in on the show every now and then, the comment section, anyways. But yeah, man, it's always good to be here, Shake. And December 22nd, it'd be good to see you down there. Yeah, we'll do that. I might make it to the
Niners game. Oh, you going to the Niners game?
Yeah, the 49ers. You going to that one, Crypto?
No, I won't be able to make it. The following week, I might be at the Jets game that following week.
Okay, where you at? You in Florida?
The week after that, I'll be in. No, the Jet game in New York. The MetLife takeover. The MetLife game.
Do you live in Florida?
No, I live in Maryland.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm in
you're up
Maryland.
there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I might do that. I might do.
That's
my
why I'm
life
doing. I'm
takeover
always
too,
on the
so.
road. I'm always doing the road games.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's awesome
He's
seeing you
our
guys.
Ravens.
Thanks a lot
He's
for
our
having me.
Ravens and Commanders mole.
Ravens and
Right.
yeah, you're up during the DMV. It's good
Raiders
seeing
and
everybody,
Commanders
though.
bowl.
Thanks for having me, Shake.
No problem,
I'll
man.
catch-
No
I'll catch
problem,
you
man.
Tuesday.
All right, man.
There
So
we
with
have
that
it.
being said, man,
Pleasure,
hey,
Lucci.
fins up, and let's get
Fins
this
up,
dub, baby.
everybody.
That's it.
Fins up.
Yeah.
Later. Hold on, if I can find the outro. Oh, there it is.
We got it.
Well, I forgot. I gotta go to my I gotta go to my brand to get the outro.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween.
Peace.